So I've just been to the new Bridget Jones movie, Bridget Jones 4, Mad About the Boy. I've never been to a Bridget Jones film before. It just didn't strike me as my sort of movie. Or read the books, they're not my sort of books. But I was sort of intrigued by this. It had some fantastic reviews. It's written by, as the books are written by, Helen. Now, Helen Fielding's first job was as a junior researcher for me with the BBC back on Entertainment USA in the 1980s. So as a result, I felt quite keen to see what this was like. I'm also a huge Noel Coward fan. I think he's one of the greatest writers of songs of all time. And he, of course, wrote a great song called Mad About the Boy. And also, I'm a bit of a fan these days of Hugh Grant, who I think has sort of become a national treasure. Was absolutely brilliant in Paddington, and I think he might be good in this. So I thought, well, I'll go and see it. As I said, the reviews were fantastic. It is a very good film. I did enjoy it. It's terribly well written, it's very well filmed and very well acted. I have certain problems with it. I'm not a Renée Zellweger fan. She's too squinty for me. She's always looking like this, you know, and I'm that really annoys me, I'm afraid. So that doesn't help. She's very good in this, playing Bridget Jones, who, funnily enough, the Bridget Jones character and even Renée Zellweger are quite physically similar, facially similar, to dear old Helen Fielding, who I haven't seen in years, of course, but that's how she used to look. But on all other levels, it is really good, well worth seeing, but just a bit strange, and I've got to say, it really is only for women. I noticed when I got up at the end of the show that the audience in the cinema, which was okay, about a third full, was, I'd say, 80 to 90% female. It's all about how women think, how women go through things, women's physical changes, women's emotional states, women's positions in the family, and all that, and really actually has no link whatsoever to men. As a result, it's interesting to us men, but doesn't really strike us in the heart. All of that brings us right back to the whole bizarre transgender thing we're going through in this century, which is more weird and says more about humanity in this century than it does about the different genders. And of course also the fact that for years we've considered it there to be two genders where there never have been. As I've said before and many times, we are all made up of masculine, feminine and other parts. I mean, it amuses me when I see the media criticise children identifying themselves as animals. They're not wrong. There are parts of us that are animals as well. I have to say, there is more in my character that rings true to dogs than to humans in many ways. I can see not only am I more sympathetic to dogs, I feel the emotions of dogs, and when I'm with dogs, and I will go up to almost any dog, I will go up to a rabid dog and try and pet it and comfort it and make it feel okay. So I have not only no fear whatsoever of any dog of any type, but I have an enormous bonding feeling with dogs, probably because my mother always used to have Alsatians, so when I was a baby, I grew up with Alsatian dogs. I adore them. They're still my favourite breed. The love of my life from when I was 14, as well, my 14th birthday present, was Timmy, a golden cocker spaniel, who still, although he only survived for 10 years, but that took me through to my middle 20s, and still to this day, every couple of weeks or so, I'll have a dream about Timmy. So me and dogs, massive. Me and men, not so much. And Men are not the audience for Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. She may be mad about the boy, and she may even be mad about others. No spoilers here. It's a very good film, well worth seeing, but actually only if you're female. See you next time.